Imagine standing on a public sidewalk, minding your own business and breaking no laws. You haven't hurt anyone. There is the victim and no evidence of a crime, just a vague claim from an officer that they got a call. Within moments, the atmosphere shifts. The casual request for ID turns into a tactical ultimatum. You know your rights, so you refuse. But in this encounter, your legal defiance isn't seen as a right. It's treated as a threat. Now we're deconstructing a system where protect and serve is replaced by a playbook of total control. You are about to see how a simple no escalated into a multi-million-dollar legal nightmare for a department that forgot the very laws they were sworn to uphold.
There's no need to get smart with me.
No, I'm not trying to get smart with you. I was just saying, like, I don't want to get in trouble for doing nothing wrong.
Okay. There's no need to get smart with the police officer.
I wasn't trying to get smart with you.
Okay. Keep it that way.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Keep it that way.
It starts with the opening move. It looks like a polite request for identification, but don't be fooled.
You guys get a call for a Dodge.
Yes, we got a call for you too.
So you guys pull up here?
In tactical psychology, this is the first step in establishing dominance. If you hand over that ID, they've won the psychological battle before it even begins.
In the state of New Jersey, it's a non-ID state. I haven't committed a crime. Can I have your name and badge number, by the way? Your badge number.
I need your ID.
I need you guys' name and badge numbers.
But what happens if you stand your ground? The system is designed to make sure you lose. Officers often use the phrase, "we got a call," as a legal skeleton key. It is a tool used to justify stops even when no wrongdoing has occurred. The second that phrase is uttered, transition is complete. You are no longer a citizen with protections, you are a suspect. Let's look at the authority layer. In the United States, you are generally not required to provide ID unless you are being lawfully detained under reasonable suspicion of a specific crime. Legal reference: the Supreme Court upheld this standard in Hybel v. 6th Judicial District Court of Nevada. The ruling is clear. Police must have a legitimate legal basis to demand your papers.
I'm interacting. I don't even know who you guys are. I'm interacting with police. You guys need to identify.
Right now.
Clear identifiers.
Okay, but I don't.
Cameras are running.
Why are you intimidating me like this?
I'm not intimidating you.
You came up to me really aggressively.
I'm not intimidating you.
Yes, I haven't committed a crime. You're trying to ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
We got a call. My dispatchers are giving your vehicle with you guys being described.
We got pulled here, right? When we got here...
Alright, Tepper, what's the complaint about? Because we're out with these...
I asked whether or not you were sitting in the truck because something could have been wrong with her, something could have been wrong with you. That's why I asked you, right?
When an officer's ego is bruised by a no, we see the charge morph. Suddenly, a legal refusal is rebranded as obstruction. Standing up for yourself becomes resisting arrest. It is a tactical pivot where the law is twisted to punish critical thinking. In the field, this is often unofficially known as the contempt of cop penalty.
I wasn't trying to be smart. I wasn't trying to be smart.
We have an obligation, right, when we're talking with people and we get a call. But I'm going to call my dispatcher, as you heard on my radio, and I turned it up so you could hear.
Right.
Male, female, Dodge Ram truck.
That's it. Did I do something wrong? No.
So I'm asking you to identify yourself.
And I am refusing to identify myself because I have not committed a crime. And in New Jersey, this is a non-ID state. I refuse to identify myself. You asked me, and I refused.
And I'm asking you to
so
identify
investigate and investigate.
And
it's fine.
you
investigate.
And
I
you
am not
need
going to identify. I'm not going to identify.
So now you're obstructing. So the
I'm not
next step is you
obstructing.
go to jail.
Obstructing.
The moment the cuffs come out, the deck is stacked. Even if the arrest is 100% illegal, the legal system expects you to comply perfectly. If you don't, they will bury you under secondary charges like obstruction, making the original reason for the stop almost irrelevant. Then comes the blue extortion. Officers may offer a deal, pay a fine, and the charges vanish. When a system fabricates a crime and then demands payment for your release, it begins to look less like law enforcement and more like shutdown. Here is the key twist. In this specific case, the trained professionals were outmatched by the people on the sidewalk. Random bystanders began citing case law and constitutional rights with more accuracy than the officers on the scene. Why'd this happen? Because too much police training prioritizes blind obedience over the nuanced application of justice. But even when caught, officers are often shielded by qualified immunity. This doctrine protects officials from lawsuits unless a nearly identical case has already been ruled unconstitutional. A legal loophole that allows patterns of abuse to repeat indefinitely.
What I said our dispatchers are telling us, a male and a female in a Dodge Ram gray color pickup truck.
That's fine.
We have a right to
investigate.
To investigate.
Correct.
And
that's not asking.
Identify.
Right, you can ask me for identification, I can refuse.
The police officer has an obligation to now, if they refuse to give information, we now detain. If they still refuse, it's an arrest.
This time, however, the victims are fighting back. A $40 million lawsuit has been filed, alleging false arrest and civil rights violations. This isn't just about the money. It's about forcing accountability in a system that refuses to police itself. When internal discipline fails, the courtroom becomes the only tool left to trigger change. Years ago, this story would have ended with the police report. It would be your word against theirs, and they would win every time. But today, the power dynamic has shifted. The cell phone in your pocket is the ultimate equalizer. Knowing your rights isn't a hobby, it's a necessity. Your right to remain silent and your right to due process only exist if you are willing to fight for them. So, I ask you, the viewer jury, if an officer can ignore your rights without consequence, do those rights actually exist, or are they just words on a page? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.